You mean after the triple threat?
Yes.
We had a backstage segment where Joey Mercury and Jamie Noble were kind of approaching various stars looking for Dean Ambrose. I don't know for sure if this was the one with Khali or not.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was. And so Noble is kind of talking to Great Khali and asking him where Ambrose is, and Khali says he can't hear him because he's too short. And I don't know exactly what kind of happens after that, but in my opinion, after Mercury and Noble walked away, Dean Ambrose should have popped out from behind Khali. That would have been brilliant.
That would have been hilarious and really typical Dean Ambrose fashion at this point. And he could have just popped out from behind him, kind of stood side by side.
Shake Khali's hand and thank him, and then walk in the opposite direction.
And be like, yeah, thanks, big guy. And then just goes and does that.
Exactly. It would have been so good.
So, yeah, I really have nothing to say about that. I think your review summarized it perfectly. So what came after this?
Our first of 2 new Wyatt family vignettes with a heavy emphasis on Luke Harper.
Oh, dude. Yeah, see, when I was talking earlier in my opening about various different acts seeming to get, like, interesting directions for tonight's show, this was what really was in my mind. This and one other person who I don't want to spoil right now because that's another excited discussion I can't wait to have with Ashton.
Does it involve Bo leaving?
Oh, you better believe it does.
I knew it,
and you know what else it involves, which is another reason why I'm so happy. So,
a certain angry, gigantic black man who won the Olympics in 1996?
Yes. But that is then, and in the right now, Luke Harper, I think, is about to be unleashed on the world.
Oh, God, I can't wait, dude. I don't think they'll go this far with it, but could you imagine Luke Harper versus Brock Lesnar?
Oh, my God. Well, dude, before I just speed down the racetracks of that because I really, really want to, can I just address because you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. In the back of my mind, one of my biggest worries about the Wyatt family, aside from their recent woes, which you know I've had quite a problem with, as I know you have as well, is how are you going to split a team like this up? And if this is the beginning of the dissolution of the family, can I say that they handled it brilliantly?
I know, right? Because here's the thing. Coming into tonight's Raw, I went onto Pro-Fight DB and recorded the win-loss record for every superstar who's had a match on WWE television. Now, that includes Raw, main event, Superstars, and SmackDown. And the Wyatt family going into tonight, the Wyatt family as a unit were a combined 5-14.
Is my reaction to that.
Right, Rowan and Harper are both 2-4. Wyatt is 1-6. So, if there was ever a time to break this crew up, even if they're not like completely just shattered and going in completely different directions, even if they're going to just do like a Luke Harper as the main focus with Bray Wyatt as his manager, maybe Rowan plays kind of like the silent bodyguard type, but the main focus is really on Harper. I absolutely love it.
And you know what? And this is going to be yet another case of John reading too deep into things. But the more I think about it, the more it just makes the whole concept of the Wyatt family just so apropos, because families are ever expanding, ever shrinking. You know, Luke Harper, I think, has learned everything he can from Bray. Bray is ready to unleash Luke onto the world. And if it really is a family and with Bray's personality type, who's to say that somebody new won't come in to fill the void?
Stop it right now.
I'm just saying, dude, this is how a family really works, especially when you're a cult leader, and that's what the family
whatever
is.
You make it.
Exactly. So what does Bray want to make it now? And that's the terrifying question. You said if there was ever a time to do something like this, it would be now, given their win-loss record. Well, I agree, because if there was ever a time to really reset this act and to reignite some interest and some controversy and some intrigue, it is at this point. I mean, there was really no more you could have done to these guys, especially after Cena ran roughshod over them, and they had the win-loss record they had, especially their failure to capture the WWE Tag Team titles from the Usos. So the idea that Luke Harper may be going out on his own, and I have just always been impressed by his athleticism and his ability. I just want to see him get success right away. In fact, I would not have any qualms at all if, like, within the first 3 months of him going out on his own, he targets Ziggler for that Intercontinental Championship, and they have a series of matches. This big son of a gun, he can do anything. I'm excited for this.
Forget Ziggler. By the time Harper's hot enough to challenge someone for a title, Cesaro might be the IC champ. Imagine that feud.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
I'm telling you, dude, Luke Harper is about to step into the Ziggler-Cesaro realm of internet fandom.
He is. I'm telling you, this guy... And I still get shivers when I think about that. I actually saw this guy compete at a friggin' Force One show, and I never knew we'd be talking about him on a weekly basis as such a great act. You know, Brody Lee, who is just such a great big man. And as Luke Harper, he is just proven, like, for the big man competitors, for the monster-looking types, he's just an entire breed unto himself. The guy does a suicide dive that I've just gotten so used to. I call it his typical suicide dive. Have you seen the man? Have you seen it, people? He's huge. Like, this is going to be so much fun. This is going to be fun. I can't wait to see who the first victim is. Line them up like dominoes, because I can watch that lariat knocking them down all day. It's going to be awesome.
Lariat versus uppercut.
Do it, man. Do it. I will
Look,
salivate.
John,
Yeah.
I know that you want it, but I am not booking for the WWE, so don't be telling me to do it.
Do it, WWE. I want to see these two people kill each other. Do it. And you know what? I just have to go back to, I think they handled the dissolution so well, because it doesn't entirely exclude the possibility that we could see Luke Harper versus Bray Wyatt in the future, but you know, for the time being, they broke, and they broke amicably, which I think is huge, because that doesn't even mean that Luke Harper will stop aiding Bray Wyatt when Bray needs him. It simply means that Luke is unleashed to pursue his own ventures outside of the family and become his own man, and that is terrifying.
And what was that last little catchphrase that he said?
You're all doomed.
Well, I mean, even before he said that, he said peekaboo, which I thought was hilarious, because it's like the whole run thing is like,
yeah, man,
attention getter. I hope that he comes out to the same theme song that he and Rowan were coming out to at the very tail end of their run.
You know what?
Without the little girl singing at the beginning.
I would love that too. If they are going to give him a new theme, I will put my faith in CFO money that it's something fantastic.
Guess who did that theme that I want them to keep, though?
Was it Jim Johnston?
It was.
Wow. All right, so he's still got it, and he hasn't entirely stepped down. All right, well, one or the other. I like both. All right? So whoever wants to handle it, I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that they don't screw it up.
I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that they just keep that music without the little girl singing the "We Got the Whole World in His Hands" thing at the beginning, because that music is freaking money. You talk about CFO money, well, I'm talking about Jim Johnston money in this case.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, like, it's a great theme. Not denying that. I agree with you. It'd be great for them to keep it. I just don't think they will, though, because I just think the whole presentation, they want, like, I guess a fresh start for Harper. Not completely, because they want to acknowledge where he's come from and everything, but maybe like a new packaging, if you will, a new gloss over this whole thing. So
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but I am definitely looking forward to it. Apparently, there are rumors that he and Bray Wyatt are being advertised for a show next week.
Oh.
I think it might be SmackDown. I have to check, but yeah. I'm pretty sure that they are officially being advertised for a show. Let's see. I think oh man. Next Monday's main event. Yeah. Next Monday's main event. Here, there's someone who lives near Brooklyn, and they got a promo for next Monday, and the advertised main event was Dean Ambrose and John Cena versus Seth Rollins and Randy Orton. But the entire Wyatt family was also advertised, so there's a possibility we'll see Harper in action next week.
That would be awesome. I can't wait. Wherever they go with this, my intrigue and interest has been renewed. Let's get back on track with the family. I want to see them dominating again. Whether it's We're All Doomed or Run or Follow the Buzzards, I'll do all three simultaneously. I just want to see the Wyatts running roughshod again. So.
Well, I mean, I think everybody knows that listens to this how huge of a Wyatt mark you are. And
Oh, yeah.
that being said, I don't think anyone's surprised by the fact that you want them to be running roughshod again.
Yeah, definitely.